Hello guys, my name is Hugo, welcome to my channel. One of the most viewed videos on my channel is about real estate. And the first video is more about technical details, how I shoot and all this. But I received many requests to show how do I do my work on site. So here we go, I'm gonna show you the house, how do I start the work from the beginning all the way to the end. So let's just get started. So this is a very nice mid-century modern house in Malibu. It looks great, and so when we start, we start with observation. We just look around and see if there is anything on the way, and if there is anything on the way, we just need to fix it. A few minutes ago, there was some trash cans right here, and we just moved the trash cans inside the garage, so they're not on the way. So when we're going to be flying the drone, it's not going to be an obstacle, you know, because it doesn't look good when there are trash cans before the building. Then there is another thing I see right away, that there is some trash here. So basically we need to move the trash maybe somewhere on the side so we don't see it. And we see there is a door and it's not nice inside, so maybe we just should close it. Then we move on to interior. So we just walk in and see everything around. We just need to make sure that everything is nice, the pillows are laying down well. When we walk into the house, we just have to make sure we have all lights on. This is really important. We have to make sure all the lights on. So we just go and turn all the lights on. Okay. Just go every room and try to find a switch and turn the lights on. Same light. Okay, this is the outside light. Okay, then we take a look like on the table. Like if you see the chairs all over the place, try to fix them so they look nice. For instance, we see a pillow laying like this, yeah? This pillow is nice. This one is right here, so maybe fix it a little bit, put it here. We're gonna try to put a light on. And for instance, this light doesn't work. So for those cases when we don't have a working light or we don't have a bulb in there, I have those small aperture lights like this. They are on magnets. So basically what I can do, I can just turn it on. I can choose the color temperature, I can choose even color, pretty much everything. And I'm just gonna snap it right here. So we have some light on it. We can't really see it much right now, but when it gets darker, you clearly see there is a light. So that's how it usually works. How I also use those lights, and I have two of them. Sometimes you have a bedroom, and you have two lights on the side on the nightstands. So you put them on the sides, and to match the color, for instance. Another way to use those is it has different VFX modes. Like for instance, this one has a mode. It's called fire mode. Okay, so this is a fire mode. So how I use this one? Basically, usually we see a fireplace, and most of the times fireplaces don't really work. They just like a decoration or so. So to make it look nicer without having a fire, to have some light in it, you know. So basically, I usually just snap a light on it, and it's gonna give something, you know. This is a very bright house. We don't really see much right now here, but as I said, when it gets darker, you're going to see it much clearly. And sometimes when the property is darker, you're going to see the difference even in the daytime. This house is a very nice house, and honestly, I wish it would have been messier so I can show you more things to fix. But this is a very nice house, and everything staged very well, and everything is clean. But even in those kind of houses, you can find little pieces that you need to fix. So let's go. Just gotta make sure we have all lights on. Okay, this light doesn't work. Again, we gotta fix it with, oh, actually there is a light switch. No, this is not it. So for those cases, we also can use those. You can just, again, something like this. It's already better. Or you can even put it on the ground. like this. Yeah, so it gives some light. Let me see if this one works. Yeah, this one works. That's weird. So same thing. So I have two of those. So I put one there, and I give us the light. It looks nice. So the master bedroom. Master bedrooms are the most important bedrooms in the house. So you need to make sure that master bedroom looks the best. And usually when you shoot master bedroom, you need to do more takes and more angles of master bedroom than any other room. Pretty much for regular bedrooms, you can take one shot and it's going to be enough. But for master bedroom, you can just go from one side, the other side, just to make sure. Because sometimes clients request more angles to show. Oh, they can ask, oh, did you shoot from this angle or did you shoot from this angle? And if you shot just one angle, they may ask, oh, why didn't you shoot the other one? Because it looks so nice from this angle. So master bedroom is something that you can spend a little bit more time than usually. So you see, this one needs to be fixed a little bit. Looks like someone was laying here, I don't know, but it has to be like nicer. It's a really interesting layout here. So we have like open space and the flows. Okay, this is good. What I also usually do, sometimes you can use those lights also like staging lights, you know, so you can put some lights there, so it looks a little bit nicer, you know, not big a difference, but just gonna make it pop. Another interesting thing here, so usually this is a nice bathroom because they cleaned everything, but usually bathrooms, they have a lot of personal items, and if someone lives in a house, you better ask your realtors, so he can ask the owners of the house to clean everything, to move everything, and or hide all the personal items, because personal items like toothbrush and all that kind of stuff, like creams and all that, it's not going to look good if it's there. So it's better put it inside somewhere. And also sometimes you go in a shower, there is like a shower cup or shampoo, a shower gel, and all kind of stuff. You know, you don't want to see this on the video, on the pictures as well. Towels. You see these towels, it doesn't look nice when it's just here. So what I usually do, I just fold it nicely, you know. So the one trick I know how to make this. So you just put it this way, then you just fold it a little bit, leave a little bit of space here, so you can roll it, and you just roll it like this. And then it's a little bit nicer, so you can leave it instead of just how it was before. This way is way nicer. The other thing is toilet. So toilets is really important. Sometimes I see amateur pictures or amateur videos, and they have toilets open. This doesn't look good. This is something that always has to be closed. For instance, when you walk into a nice hotel, you never see a toilet open. It's always closed, because when it's open, it feels like someone used it before, you know, and you don't want this feeling. So make sure it's always closed. This is nice, all good. Same thing, toilet is open. So we just need to make sure. Sometimes also, there is no toilet paper, but sometimes there is a roll of toilet paper that is about to end. And it's not good to show a toilet paper that it's about to end. Usually I would just maybe throw it away or replace with a new one. And when you replace with a new one, what you can also make, if it's almost new but it's still was used, you can fold the last piece a little bit nice, so it looks okay, like a tie. You know, you can do this. It looks good inside. So one more thing, you see, right now. So this is a nice bedroom, but we have a huge window here. And when I see it from outside, because when I'm shooting here, outside I see this trash. So we need to hide this trash, because it's not good. It's here. So we'll just put it somewhere where we don't see it. Yeah. Another thing here, jacuzzi. It's always better to open it because it just looks nicer. Okay, kitchen. Kitchen is something that always need to pay attention because kitchen is really important. And this is a very nice kitchen. I mean, it's super clean, but usually, and probably most of the times, you have a lot of like cleaning items and all this. Like even here, you see it's some cleaning spray here, so we just need to hide it so it looks nice. Usually there is a lot of stuff here, so you just need to take everything that doesn't look good and put it inside. Usually there are some like paper towels, you hide them as well, you don't need them. I didn't find to turn on these lights. There is somewhere switch. Sometimes when you don't know where is the switch, you maybe just call realtor or you can ask the owner if the owner is home. And but if it's not significant, I think you can get away with it. Like for instance here, it's not much a big deal. So let's go. The frames. So you see this frame? It's not even, so you need to fix it as well. So it looks nice, you know. Yep, this is way better. Same here, again, towels. It doesn't look good when it towels like this. So we're gonna do our trick again. We're gonna fold them nicely. And sometimes you can just remove it, you don't even have to fold it, you know. Sometimes, for instance, this one is dirty, yeah? Then we don't need to use it. We just hide it. Okay, this looks nicer. Okay, and now the entertaining room. So let's close the closets. Let's turn on all the lights. Okay, like light stand. What is wrong with this light stand? We definitely don't want to use it. It doesn't look good. So everything that doesn't look nice, it's better to hide it. And specifically for the video, you know, you have to show the highlights of the house. You don't even have to show like every single like room and every single closet, but you have to show the most important things in the room. And if, as I said many times already, if it doesn't look good, you better not to use it and remove it. Okay, this is way better. Okay, when you walked everywhere, you made sure everything looks fine, all the lights on, everything is nice, then you can start filming. So I'm using Canon C300 Mark III and I used to use Canon C200, which both cameras work fine for this. They have a great dynamic range and all that. I also use inexpensive Takina 11 to 16 and I use Zoom Crane 3S. So once everything's balanced, I'm just gonna power it on. Okay. And okay, this is the moment where I forgot my memory card in my camera. That's not what I expected to have on the day of shoot when I do tutorials for that. Probably it's the second time in my life, but yeah, here we go. Okay, my friend Adrian had a camera, so he basically saved the shoot. There's no card, we have one. I hope it works. Okay. You may wonder why I'm assembling everything outside on the street by my car and not inside. It's simply because I want to keep the house clean. I don't want to put my stuff inside, laying everywhere, you know, because when I'm going to be filming, I'll have to move it around, so it's not on the way. So it's better to make everything outside and just to go with the assemble camera. Okay. How many times did you lift up a backpack and it was open? It happens to me all the time. How many times did you lose a memory card or didn't bring it on set? Okay, so this is my setup. This is how I usually shoot real estate. By the way, if you use this lens, this particular lens, don't use it wide open, because wide open at 2.8, it's very soft and it has too many chromatic aberration. It doesn't look good. You better stop down somewhere at f4, and if you don't have enough light, better raise ISO, but use the aperture wide open only in the extreme cases. I shoot everything in RAW, and it's really actually important to shoot everything in RAW, because afterwards I can change white balance. Because if I shoot the color baked in or I shoot MP4 or XAVC, I can't really choose white balance. And white balance is critically important when you shoot real estate, because sometimes inside you may see on the screen the colors look fine, but when you pull up the footage on your computer, they look like way off, too blue or too yellow or something like this, you know. So you have to always properly balance it. Okay, I shoot everything in 60 FPS, and then I'm gonna slow everything down on post. This way I have smoother movements, you know. Push in, push out, maybe a little bit of pan or mix push in and pans. Even when you work with a gimbal, try to work as smooth as possible, like a cat, you know, because all your steps are going to be visible even on a gimbal as well. So I do those two shots from one side and from the other side, and then I'll do another one just straight in towards the front door. By the way, when you shoot real estate, and pretty much all the shoots, try to wear something that is dark color, you know. Don't wear anything bright, because if you wear, for instance, like a white t-shirt, if you see there is like a mirror reflection or anything, you're gonna see yourself way more than if it was with a gray or black something, you know. Like right here, I see there is like a glass, and if I was in the gray or like dark color, I would probably see myself, but right now I'm pretty much blending with all that. I like to do this, I like to do shots where you actually walk through the door, you know, where you have the frame narrow and it widens up when you walk in. Those shots look cool on post, you know, when you see them. So I do a lot of those. The reason why I like Crane 3S more than, for instance, Ronin S is because for real estate, for instance, I can do real crane movement, so I can go from really low to very high, and I can do those, and those shots look really cool, you know. Sometimes like I can just reveal something. Okay, let's go inside. Yeah, all these walk-in shots, they're always very nice. So try to open the doors as much as you can to reveal all this. I always try to make shots from every angle, you know. Sometimes when you don't even expect that one angle can look good, sometimes it really looks good. Going through tight spaces also looks cool, you know. I rarely do long takes. Usually I do long takes, for instance, if I want to show big space and we have one side related to the other side. For instance, like here, I can show that we have a dining room, and there we have like a live-in family room. So just make a shot like this. I shoot it backwards, and then I'll go right here. And the other way as well. But most of the times I just do short takes for about like, I don't know, 5-10 seconds, where I can just do push in and push out. And a little bit of pan and mix it up. I also really like some straight shots where everything is lined up, you just go in straight. Those shots look very modern. If you have a house where you have lots of interesting details, like for instance you have some marble countertops, you may want to feature this. And if you have, for instance, some cool light fixture, you need to also maybe show it. Or for instance, if you have like a nice ceiling where you have like wooden beams like here, and or like for instance right here we have a really nice window in the ceiling. So we have this natural light coming from there. So it's also good to show. Again, the doorway. The doorway always looks cool. In terms of ISO, I can easily go up to 6400. I think it's absolutely normal. Even if you have some noise, you know, this noise is not going to be visible when you post it on YouTube. And pretty much all those videos are going to be posted somewhere where the compression is too harsh. But if you want to make a really nice looking image without noise, you just denoise it in post, it's fine. Also, you can use walls as a transition. So for instance, you have a shot and you just go the wall. And then you have another shot where you get out of the wall. Okay, one goes here, and the other one goes here. Okay. So another trick. Very often, you have like bathrooms, so it can be any rooms, where you have to walk in and you have to land exactly where you want this to be. And to make those shots easier, you can just do reverse. So what I usually do, I just go inside, I set the frame like I want it. I want my shot to be landed there. So, and I start from there, so I just go and do this shot backwards, in reverse. And then I'll pause, I'll just reverse it and it looks like I'm walking in and I'm gonna land right where I want it. Okay, master bedroom. This is the most important bedroom. So we need to make this one nice for sure. So, as you may notice, I always do in and out. This way I have two shots, in and out, and then on pause I can choose the one I like the most. The bedroom. So the bedroom we need to make at least like 2-3 shots for sure. So I went from the hallway. Right now I'm gonna do from the bathroom to show all this, and then I'm probably gonna do another one from the other side. So this is a very interesting topic. Bathrooms that have mirror right in front of the exit. So if you take a look here, I'm gonna see myself in the mirror. So how do I do this shot? The easiest way to do this shot, if you don't have any other angle, because in our case we can just go here and we can shot another one from this angle where we don't see ourselves. And it's fine if you have those kind of shots. But sometimes you don't have enough room to find another angle where you can shoot, and this is the only angle you can go. So you just go down to the point where you don't see yourself in the screen. Sometimes you can even angle the camera up, depends on how low the countertop. And once you're there, you just make your movement the way you would have done if you were standing. And the same thing works for photography as well. So if you have a nice bathtub, it's better to feature a bathtub as well. Sometimes you can just go inside and see maybe there is a way how you can feature the bathroom from the other way. So we're gonna try that. Okay, looks like we got pretty much all the interior shots of the house. I don't usually shoot a garage because garage is usually messy, unless it's a very nice garage and you have to feature this. But in most cases, 99% of houses I shoot, the garage is no worth filming. Okay, once you're done filming, just make another walk around. Make sure that you didn't miss anything, you didn't forget to shoot anything. Once you made sure that you shot everything you wanted from all the angles you wanted, now we can move on to the exterior of the backyard. Okay. As for the exterior shots, it's also nice to make some shots where you go in through the doorways. So for this reason, it's better to open up. Okay. When I'm outside and I don't see the screen much, it's really hard to judge exposure. So what I do, I pop up my waveform of false colors and just do my exposure based on the waveform. This way I can see that I'm not underexposed or overexposed too much, so I can fix it everything if needed. When you shoot with a wide angle lens, it's really cool to go close by some objects like this tree, you know. So we just go close by and then reveal a house. Same thing, when you see like a long corridor and straight lines, it's really nice to get the straight shots, the modern shot. Okay, we're done our filming with the camera. Right now we just have to do the drone shots. So I use my Mavic 2 Pro. I really like this drone. It's a small drone, but the quality is outstanding. It records 10-bit image, so it's more than enough, you know. So for daylight shoots I use ND filters. This way I can have normal cinematic movement, you know, motion blur. I usually use ND8. It works pretty much well all the way throughout the day. Okay. So when you do exterior shots with the drone, you just have to make sure that there is no cars parked in front, and if there is something, try to find out. Maybe the owner knows whose who's the owner of those cars, so maybe they can move it, you know. And just make sure there is no trash cans. If there are some trash cans, try to hide them. Maybe move them temporary somewhere, you know, because the front of the house has to look nice. And also, if there are some constructions nearby, I don't see there are construction here, but if there is construction somewhere, ask your owner how important those constructions for them, because some owners and some realtors, you know, they don't like to show the constructions near the house. So you may need to shoot the house the way you didn't see these constructions. But sometimes the owner and the realtor, they don't care about the constructions near the house, and they say the way it is the way it is. So you just need to make sure what's their preference, you know. And if you show, if for instance the house is located somewhere near the freeway or some busy road, you better not to show this road, because it's not going to be like the best selling point that you need to show in the video. So for those reasons, maybe when you take it off and you see the house from above, you maybe can ask your realtor or the owner, what do they think about it? You know, is it important or is it not? Or you can just maybe take two different options, you know, the one where you show the house with the relation to the constructions of the freeway, and the other one where you don't show it, where maybe you get closer to it, you know. Also, the other way is when you fly a drone and you show a property that is related to some points of interest, or for instance the ocean, like this house in Malibu. It's really nearby, it's really close to the ocean. So we have to show the relation of this house to the ocean. So we have to maybe somehow fly and show that proximity to the ocean is very little, you know. So let's do that. I don't use auto balance. I always use manual white balance. Simply because if you shoot, for instance, you shoot a green lawn or you shoot an ocean, camera doesn't understand where is green and where is blue, and trying to adjust the balance, and sometimes when you shoot it, it just may change drastically, you know, and it doesn't look good. Therefore I just use constant temperature. Also, when I fly, I use tripod mode. In the tripod mode I can be very precise with my movements. I can just move slow, and despite that I don't shoot in 60 FPS, my movement's still gonna be very smooth and precise, you know. It's always better to have a sight with your drone, so you have the visual reference where the drone is located, in case there are some trees and the sensors don't recognize it. With the movements, regarding the movements, I usually do some pans, orbits, I do push-ins, push-outs. Pretty much the same thing I did with the regular camera. And I do really slow movements, because quick movements, they don't look good, you know. For the quick movements, you don't have enough time to actually enjoy what you see. And real estate video is just to show the property, you know, just to show all the best things about it. You just need some time, you know, some time to enjoy what you see. Mostly when it's a beautiful property. Also, when you fly on the tripod mode, the sensors are more sensitive, you know. and there is much less chances that you can crash. I also don't recommend to do some crazy movements like you're trying to go through very tight spaces and all that. Those shots are just not worth it. You can crash your drone easily. I've crashed, I think I've crashed a few drones, and this particular one has fallen like maybe a couple of times, and I also had a DJI Phantom 4 Pro. Phantom 4 Pro has fallen like, I don't know, 5 times. Some mystical reason they had survived for all these times, but yeah, you can crash easily. Mostly when you have lots of trees, you know, when you were trying to get through them, you know, sometimes the sensors just don't detect an obstacle. So you cannot rely on obstacle detection on the drone for 100%. Yeah, it works. Sometimes it saves you. Sometimes you don't see that there is an obstacle, and it shows you, and it stops somewhere in the places where you didn't expect to have anything. So what realtors like a lot is the shots where you can show the house and you can show like the ocean somewhere, yeah? And you can do the fly-in shot from the ocean to the house or the other way. Usually I set up a shot on the house and I take off and move all the way to the ocean and then I land somewhere there, and then I just do reverse shot. One more thing I can say, when I fly a drone, I don't press record and record everything I shoot on the fly. I usually make cuts. So I made a shot, I made a cut. So basically I do editing right where I'm shooting. And this way it's going to be way easier for me to do on post when I have already chopped up. When you fly the drone, it's always good to show the neighborhood as well. If it's a nice neighborhood, why not to show that? If there is like a very nice landscape or you have mountains, view, or everything that can help you to sell the property, you just need to show it. Also, you may want to ask your realtor, maybe they want to show some BRolls. BRolls means you can show some attraction points, points of interest. If there are some cool grocery store or there are some cool restaurants, you may want to show it if it's popular in the neighborhood. And for some people it's really important, you know. If there is a good infrastructure, it's better all to show. You can just maybe ask your realtor and they maybe will make a list what to show. Or, for instance, there is a school nearby, or there is like a stadium, or whatever it can be, you know. Sometimes it's just a Whole Foods, you know, nearby, or there is like a nice restaurant that everyone goes there, which is a popular place. Those places can do a very good deal to sell the property. So you may want to shoot this as well and include in the video. I usually put this B-rolls before the video and then I show the property. So it's like an introduction. I show the neighborhood, I show the area, I show the surrounding, like the points of interest, places, and then I approach to the house and then I show the house. So we're done our filming for today for the house. On the ending notes I want to say, like, you may want to use a Sunseeker. There is an app for the phones, and you can just monitor. So if you pop up a 3D view, you can see where the sky is going to be at certain times, so you can basically see and predict where the sun is going to be. You can use those for those cases when, for instance, the house can be in the shade, or there's going to be sun somewhere where you want to see the sunset at a certain point, you know, at a certain time. So you maybe can manage your time, how you're going to work with the house or how you're going to approach with the shoots, if you're going to do exteriors first or interiors first, depending on the sun, or even if you're going to schedule a shoot, you're going to be based on the sun when it's going to be. Also, what you can also say to your realtors, I mean, this is by default, but you can just remind them that the house has to be ready, because it's not quite our job to stage all places. Even what we did today, it's pretty much little things, but they were supposed to be done by realtors, you know. I didn't have to do those things, you know, because I'm not supposed to, but I still do those because I want to just make the property nicer. But sometimes you have properties that when you show up and those aren't ready at all, like there are personal belongings everywhere, you know, the stuff is everywhere, it's dirty, and it's just not prepared. So for some realtors, you just need to remind that the property has to be ready. And so they can accordingly say to the clients, to the owners, that they have to prepare the house so it can be properly shot and properly presented to new potential clients. I also like shooting in the twilight because some properties, they look incredibly well in twilight, and sometimes twilight can sell property even better. Usually twilight looks great for modern houses, you know, the newer models, and when you have like even this house is pretty modern, you know, it's relatively new and it's modern design and all that. And this house actually would have looked very nice in twilight, but clients didn't request to shoot this one in twilight, so we're just moving on. But twilights are really nice. I've been asked a lot about how to find a client. I honestly don't know a right answer for this. I can just maybe suggest to do the ways I did. I just tried to reach some realtors. I sent them like emails trying to earn their business by doing some free work, you know. And even if you offer free work, there's going to be very little chance that you're going to accept it because they don't really want to take responsibilities, so they don't want to take chances. If those properties, they're usually expensive, you know, they don't want to bring somebody they don't know and he can spoil anything. I don't know, for some reason they don't want to take, because I had really hard time to find a few realtors that really helped me to do this stuff. And when you don't have a portfolio, it's really hard to get somebody even to do the free work, you know. But once you find some realtors that you can do free work, just build your portfolio, make a few houses, make a make some kind of portfolio that you can show to your potential clients, and then go from there. The other way, what you can do also, besides obvious that you can just post and buy paid advertisement and all that, you can maybe try also reach out photographers that don't shoot video. And this is the other way. You can just find a photographer that doesn't shoot a video, and you can just tell him, look, let's collaborate in case you have a client that wants a video besides pictures, and since you don't do pictures, I can help you with a video. And maybe you can work out some plan where he's going to take a commission, and it's going to be his interest for bringing you on the projects, because he doesn't do video anyways, and probably realtor is going to find somebody else to do the video anyways. So maybe he can get some interest and commission from bringing you on set. This way you can collaborate, and probably it's one of the best ways to find more work. Other than that, I don't really know other ways to find more clients. Maybe just do good work, try to post it everywhere you can on social media, and word of mouth, it will help you. So I hope all this information was useful for you. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.